So this, so it's recording now.
No,
Oh, it's
but it
it's record. It says recording at the top here.
yeah, but it is now. I've
Oh,
just
it
got
is
that.
now. Hi,
Yeah.
hi, everybody.
Oh,
It's me and Dayton here. We just wanted to record here because I've never done this before. First of all, how are you, Dayton?
I'm good. I'm just chilling out. Been doing a lot of hiking and little adventures with the kids, so just having a night chilling out.
I've been seeing the pictures and that they've been wonderful.
Yeah,
They they're in
it's a
high
nice
quality.
place.
It's just in your backyard, right?
What? Sorry?
There was one that was just like taking an adventure right in our backyard, and you
Yeah,
say you're by the forest, right?
yeah, yeah.
So did you guys count how many squirrels did you guys see along the way?
Oh, there's too many squirrels to count.
I mean,
Far too many.
there's gotta be other animals that you guys see different from Canada out there. Is there like different animals that you guys see along the way that probably I wouldn't know? Probably just birds. Probably.
Yeah, I mean we don't. We've got a lot of wildlife, but nothing really exciting. We don't get anything that's like predatory or anything like that. So
Oh,
it's
you don't have any like wild boars or anything like that out in England, or no?
nothing like that.
I don't know why a wild boar would be out there. Oh, can you? Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I guess.
just one
I guess.
second.
Hi, Charlotte. Tell Charlotte I say hi.
Yeah,
So basically, I just wanted to first of all test out how this actually works because I've never actually. So I've seen the replays in that. You guys have been doing great for your first two shows, you and Ray Rock together.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, it's something. Well, we'd spoken. Obviously, we'd spoke to you about it as well. That we spoke of for a long time, but we were like, well, how do we do this? We don't have a clue when it comes to producing a show or anything like that. So I was like, let's just try and record a Skype call, and it worked.
Well, that's the good thing about you guys is you're so fun and entertaining by yourselves. Like you and Ray Rock, you guys together are so fun. And so that's why it's just so fun to see you guys together. I think that's what so many people enjoy about you guys, right?
It's, well, first of all, thank you. I thought I was pretty boring, to be fair, but no, I mean, obviously, with me and Ray, it's like we're brothers from another, so we just bounce off each other all the time. And it's like the same with the Morning Glory podcast with yourself. I mean, I think that's why we all gel so well, so it works.
I think you guys in general are just like you're just so fun to listen to because you guys always have something to talk about. I think that's
because
why.
we don't know how to shut up. That's all that is. It's not,
See, I'm different. See, that's the problem with me is a lot of people don't understand is what I'm trying to deal with right now is the summer is I have a lot of anxiety around people. So that actually has kind of like the reason why I do these because out in public sometimes I don't get like the proper like I don't know respect I get. Sometimes when I do this instead with a podcast and doing it like going out on social media and that gets me a lot more attention. So
yeah.
just maybe it's how growing up right now.
Do you want to be any louder, Charlotte? You're just rattling the crisps.
Is it what like rice cakes or something?
Lentil curls.
Ooh, there's this Thai on there. Ooh, Thai. Thai sounds good.
Yeah. Thai sweet chili lentil curls.
Oh, speaking of which, have you had? Oh, I told you about Patreon. You should start a recipe book for Patreon.
I'm not that good of a cook. I enjoy cooking. I can do a fair bit, but
I would love to. Well, I mean, I don't know much cooking. Like, just looking at that right there, Thai. Have you ever made Thai food?
I don't really like Thai food. I mean, like,
Really? Okay.
there's certain things. I mean, anything with chili and I tend to like, but like Thai
Thai
green
chips.
green curry and things like that, they just don't really do it for me. I like a nice hot Indian curry.
Do you like pad Thai? You don't like pad Thai with like peanuts and that in there, or
Oh no, and
no? Okay.
I don't do like dishes like that where they've got fruit in either. It's like
Yeah,
nah. If
me
I if
and Dave
I love
have
fruit,
talked about this before. About he you don't like fish either, so that leaves out
just
sushi and pad Thai now.
yeah. The
Oh,
only
okay.
seafood I eat is cod
So
because it doesn't taste like fish.
that's like the basic like grocery store like one, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're in. Well, We're just off the North Sea, where cod is ripe, so it's always fresh. It's really nice.
Oh
So
yeah.
like the places we'll go and get our cod from, it's like the best place in the country,
I'm
sort of thing.
I'm guessing because it's from there, it's probably like better than the ones that you get in the grocery store. Because like they sell a lot of cod here and just like the basic packages and that. But if you probably go to like England, it's probably way better at fresh, right? Like, the
Yeah,
batter. It's like that's probably the secret ingredient. The secret ingredient is definitely the batter, right?
yeah, definitely. You've got to have a nice crispy beer batter or something like that.
Mm. Mm-mm. Now for the batter, sorry, I'm already spoiling it. There's already a first hint, everybody. If you're trying to get a recipe out of them, I was actually thinking, just like I'm a big fan of grilling.
Right?
I've always wanted to make my own like cooking show, but like for grilling. So that's
Yeah.
that is something I've always wanted to do. I don't know how I could do it, but maybe I could. You know what I could do is like I can get one of those campfire grills and like show people how to like campfire grill with like $100 steak or something.
Let's just burn the shit out with this $100 steak.
Oh, you have okay. So he has a beer ready. Okay, all right.
I'm
Um,
I'm, I'm on. It's one day a week now. One day a week. I'm on a health kick, so
Nice, nice. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. Like this whole summer I've been, as you guys would know, I'm like I'm trying to deal with my mental health right now. So,
yeah,
um I'm I guess with my anxiety it's bad for me to be afraid to be around people, right? It's
yeah,
bad for me to hold in what I want to say and what I want to do. And that's why I love doing this, right? Podcasting and talking with you guys is so helpful. It really is. And people understand if you guys want to get over your anxiety and you guys want to meet friends, this is the perfect way. So
yeah.
that's what I've been trying to do, but uh, sometimes there's just in public, like I deal with like a lot of people that I'm in a small town, so a lot of people know me well. I have like people that were trying to pick on me when I tried to leave work and that. Just nobody was around to like stop them that. So I just like, it's good for me to like get away from that, and this can help me get away from that, right? So,
I
uh,
mean, well, I have been there where I've suffered a bit with anxiety, where like you're constantly overthinking, like tiny little things, like just what you're wearing and things, and what the best thing that happened to me was the day I just thought, well, I don't care what they think. If they think I'm scruffy or they don't
yeah,
like or
and that's
whatever.
and that's yeah. Did when you tried getting over, did you also have anger to do with it as well?
Well, growing up, I was a fairly angry person.
Okay.
Um, like when I was young, I had just had a bad attitude. Like everyone owed me something, like the world owed me something. And then then I went down the line of the drugs and all that lot, and it kicked me in the ass basically. And luckily I came out the other side, and here I am.
Good for you, man. For me, it's like it's a lot of trust issues. First of all, a lot of trust issues. Like I don't even trust my own family. Like I don't talk to my mother anymore. I have 3 biological sisters. I haven't heard and don't talk to them either because it's like as soon as my parents got divorced, our family just like it was either my father was by himself, and then it was just like me and my youngest sister, or it was like my mother and just like the other girls. So it was like I was bouncing back and forth for years until I decided I just picked a side. So
Yeah.
I haven't. I tried giving them a second chance, and then I I left, and then started my stand-up comedy career and turned my life around completely. So. I mean, stand-up comedy career has actually saved my life in a way. So it's like for you, it's like you probably you have a family and everything that help turn everything for you around, right?
Yeah, and the wrestling as well. Although it never happened, kind of thing. I still hopeful that I'll get the opportunity to get back there and actually get out there properly.
Sign up on Patreon.
But yeah, just doing anything positive, like because it's not just about if you get there or not. Like, so I was speaking to, well, a certain pro. I won't name the the wrestler it is, but I was speaking to them, and the way I could describe my journey is the fact that like I don't really care now if I make it or not because I've grown so much just for trying.
Mm-hmm.
And I dare say it's the same with your comedy. It's you put so much focus onto something that's positive, and then pretty soon that positivity has a knock-on effect to other parts of your life, and then you think, wow. And then next thing you know, you're waking up every day and you're just smiling. It's crazy. It's seriously crazy. Is how like it's almost like positivity is another addiction.
Mm-hmm. It's That's the good thing about positivity, right? Is for me, I've wanted to just keep going somehow. I think a lot of people at my age probably would have given up on a lot of the things they wanted to do, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but it's good to dream, and like I say, even if it doesn't happen, the try
I think
to
for me,
reach
it's more
it.
just like I don't have anything to lose right now. I'm like I'm 29, I'm single, I'm still fulfilling a career. It's like I have nothing to lose. I've already gone to college in that. But it's just I guess it's finding it's finding the way in order to succeed, I guess, has been the hardest part, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, especially when you have to think. I mean, comedy and wrestling, they're a lot alike. Is there's so many people trying, so you're in constant competition, and it's annoying, and it's the only the only thing that I found as a negative aspect of like me, well, for myself, like doing the wrestling was there's so many people that are willing to stab you in the back just so they can get further,
mhm.
and that's not me. I want everyone to get along so they can all work together and produce the best show. You know, and I dare say it's the same with you, Coop, because you're a good guy. You want to get along with people, and you want to not just have yourself succeed. You want to see others succeed. Well, unfortunately, the industries we picked isn't like that. It's dog eat dog.
I can tell you right now, there are just billions of people in the world right now. And that is why, for me, I've traveled all across Canada, and I, I'm still trying to look where my family is today. And you- all I need to know is just where are the people out there. That's all. So,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
but
Well, there's
also, I guess it might.
one right here.
Thank you. And maybe my anxiety has like held me back a lot which is what I've been trying to deal with this summer. So I need to I've been trying to find activities and ways for me to try and get over that anxiety. One of the activities has been
you need to get back to Twitter karaoke. That's why it was set up.
Twitter karaoke, and I have a song to sing because it's a new activity I've found this summer. It's fishing.
And then the activity you've chosen, you're getting over your fears. Coop, the man who was scared of fish, going fishing.
That's another anxiety, isn't it? Oh my God. Yeah, that okay, so what I'm thinking is for our next podcast, for the Morning Glory podcast, is I take you guys on Skype somehow with my phone. Or I could bring my laptop as well, but it'd be super friggin' dangerous. I mean, like, putting the laptop right next to the water. What am I thinking? I already texted you this morning. I heard some clicks from this hard drive while I was streaming, and I think it's about to get fried. So I think I'm on a ticking time bomb right now.
You're literally ticking as well.
Yeah. So it's like this is the first hard drive I had to put installed in there, because they had to. But the good thing about it is I save all my information to external hard drive, so I don't save anything, like almost nothing except for like screenshots to the hard drive. So all my stuff is saved, but it does cost over like $1,200 to $1,400 to get it fixed. So
that wouldn't it be cheaper to just buy a new laptop?
I don't know. This laptop I've had, it was a like my godmother passed away, and it was she gave me a couple $1,000 to spend towards my future, and this was my future.
Right.
So
it's sentimental as well.
I guess it's been sentimental, and it's like I would not have had this career without this laptop from her. So maybe that's why. So,
see, well, for me, that like just that little story there about your godmother and that, and like she wanted you to succeed in what you love.
Yeah,
that's another reason right there to just. It's easier said than done, but just to let go of your anxiety, because obviously as soon as that goes, you're just gonna flourish, you know.
Yeah, and that's why I need to go find a girlfriend too, because I don't know, fuck, like,
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it because they just cause more anxiety. It's like
just cause more condoms to be worn.
No, you won't need the condoms if you've got a proper girlfriend.
See, that's another anxiety of mine. It's like I've always been worried about diseases. That's why I've always been wearing them.
Just when you ask someone out, just give them a quick blood test. And it's all right. I'm just taking your blood just to make sure you're all right.
A little vampire test, a little blood test.
Send me your resume. Send me your resume in the post, and I'll come pick you up next time.
There's a funny gimmick on American Dad where I think this guy named Steve, he's like this little kid. He tries to hook up with Pamela Anderson or some like model or something like that, but he finds out that he's been told that it's fake breast implants. So he first of all, he asked her to get a doctor's exam done in order for them to have sex first, because it was going to be his first time. So and then she went to the doctors and handed them the pamphlet, and then it said it had breast implants, and then he said, "Ooh, I'm sorry, but the first girl I'm with has to be real." Oh man, that was great. Anyways, but yeah, that's Seth MacFarlane humor for you. That's been an idol of mine since I've been a kid. That's where I get my humor from. Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
He's
I
he's
mean, he's crazy. He's a crazy dude. I mean, his imagination and his mind are just warped. it's great though. You know, he's.
It is. What? Whoa! Did you know we've already been talking for 20 minutes?
Are we really?
See, this is what you and Ray do, and you guys just have a good time.
Yeah.
This is almost
It's what
the
it's
full
all about.
podcast episode. What we almost do. Actually, no, it's the third. Sorry.
That's life. That's what life's meant to be like. You know, we meant to just have a good time.
Well, the reason why I did this is because I don't know what we're supposed to do right now. is I need something to put up on Patreon. So I just wanted to start talking, just like letting you guys know, just like I'm still around, but I've just been staying behind the scenes. I've been just working on my mental health and that, and going a lot of fishing. I've actually been working on a fishing video this whole summer. So I haven't caught any good fish yet, though. It sucks. You work a whole summer just try and catch fish, and it's like I've caught what 2 or 3. I'm not sure if you've seen them yet.
Yeah, I've seen the mud skippers or whatever they were that you call it.
Yeah, that little booger. I don't know what that was. There was a bunch of little fish that was there. I don't know what they were, but they kept going for the worm. But I just got at the store this is my fishing kit here. It's just like a little travel kit, so I could put in my pocket instead of carrying this big ass one. I just carry all the there's 6 things in here, and I could just carry around. It's great. So I could just hopefully that's gonna be easier on my instead of carrying a big ass luggage, whatever.
I mean, I'm not a fisherman at all.
Last time you
I said, I've been fishing twice in my life, and both times I hooked a duck. And that wasn't a rubber duck. It was I actually caught a duck, so that didn't go down well. And I love animals, so I was panicking. I was thinking, oh no, I'm hurting this duck. I'm hurting this duck.
Indigo's also a huge animal lover, and she's probably oh my god, if she's watching this right now.
It was awful. It was awful because I'm trying to get it in so I can take the hook out of its bill, and but obviously it's panicking and it's flapping around and that, and it's oh shit. And but yeah, we managed to get it in. It was all right. It hadn't.
Oh my god! I just realized you brought up something so funny yesterday. I was at this park. Okay, there's tons of people that love. Do you walk by people that love feeding bread to ducks and geese?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's this one girl that was feeding ducks. I feel bad for just doing this, but I was just sitting there, just looking at my phone, and all of a sudden I hear "No!" and I look up, and this girl is screaming at this duck for taking a piece of bread from another duck. So, oh my god, I was freaked out by that, but that just scared the shit out of me when that happened. It was just this huge yelling noise. No! Oh my god, I was so scared. But
it kind of reminds me of my son. We took him to our local park, and there's a duck pond there and everything. But they've got loads of geese, and also I think it's a ruddy duck or rudder duck, which is basically the biggest duck, a big white duck.
Oh, one of those crown things? Does it have a big crown?
It's just huge. It's about the size of a goose, you know?
Okay.
So he's feeding the bread, throwing it, and then 50 of them just all walking towards him, and he's walking back, and they're getting big and they're getting angry and stuff. And he's panicking. He's like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? So he starts running off, and they're all chasing him. All of them chasing him. I'm like, son, son, drop the bread, drop the bread. He just shoves the whole loaf of bread in the packet and everything still. Just throws them at him and he's just running down the park like this.
Oh
It was
my god.
great. I wish I could have filmed it. I didn't even think about going and stepping in. It's just like, just drop the bread.
Oh, that's like a movie moment where you see some like person on the run from somebody and drop something so they get distracted.
That's probably what his arms must have been like up here as well. He's like running like this, and he ran so far. He ran so far, bless him.
Oh my god! That's crazy. I mean, like I thought they'd be more tamed if like, but apparently not.
No, they're just
wild.
greedy. It's like they hear the packet and then they're just like getting you.
Probably because he's really tiny compared. Is he like? Was he almost the size of them too?
Yeah, it's about the same size.
Man, there was speaking of there's animal stories. I had a birthday where I had like a bunch of my friends over, and our next door neighbors, they had a Rottweiler and a hound, and for some reason, a bunch of my friends wanted to go over to my next door neighbors. We lived in a farm where there was like a huge field, so there's like a 1.2 like acres or something like that you can just walk around. So they wanted to walk and see what the neighbor's house was look like on the other side, and then two dogs started running at them. So they had so they ran back to my house right away, but the dogs didn't follow them. And for some dumb reason, they thought that this would be more fun. So then they thought this was a challenge for everybody, where all of us can go over to the neighbors, and the dogs kept chasing every time. And then and then they actually chased us almost to our house one time. But they just like barked and barked. They didn't like attack or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, but like, I think that's the farthest they did. And then after that, they stopped running after. So it's like, that was like,
go see if you can outrun that dog. Yeah, we'll strap a stake to your leg.
I don't know what they were thinking, but that was like, I think when we were like 11 or 12 years old, maybe at the time. So, but when you're kids, you don't have that mindset. I don't think yet, right?
No, it's anything for a laugh, isn't it? It's anything to get a giggle.
The friends I hung out with were also a little bit rebellious too, so they were just they like to take on little fun activities, right?
Yeah.
They're one of these guys like to climb huge trees and that because he loves the wilderness and that. So hung out with him. But they're also like a bunch of guys that did pranks for a living growing up, kind of thing. So I got picked on as the runt of the group. So that's where I got a lot of my jokes and my sense of humor, how to deal with stuff. So. But
I was the one who always got the blame for stuff, and like to be fair, I was a good kid, you know. And we do something garden hopping. So basically, there's a row of houses, and you'd be jumping over all the fences through the gardens.
Really, you would just hop over the fences, just practice like high jumps. Like
no, well, not like we couldn't clear them. We'd be climbing over them and stuff. It was just to see how many people you could get out of the house. Is it like?
Oh, really? You were that rebellious? Okay,
well, I wouldn't call it rebellious. It was just mischief. But then like we'd be sat in a group. And like one of the older ones would throw a stone at someone's window, and the window would smash. And like as soon as the person came out, and they're like, "Who did that? Who did that?" And they'll just point at me. They'll all just point at me. It was me.
For you.
And I always remember once is that I got in. They pushed me in a shopping trolley, a shopping cart. So I sat in it. They pushed me down a big hill, and I smashed into a car. And like what? I got the blame. Like I was steering it or something. You know, like what was I supposed to do? They pushed me down the hill. What's the mouthful? I'm just
Yeah,
happy you're in the trolley.
I guess that would have, yeah, but I've been in that experience where my friends did that to me too, with the shitheads. Fuck. Yeah, it's like, when you're kids like that, it's like, are those good friends or are those like assholes?
Well, to be fair, they all grew up into decent people, and I still keep in touch with a lot of them. It's
Right. Yeah.
we
Same
we
here.
were a really close knit group. We
Yeah.
all lived on the same estate, and we all knew each other's families and everything like that. So we always stayed together, but we just got good stories to tell when we get together now.
Oh, that's good because like the guys that I grew up with, I've known one of them since I was like 4 years old. So it's like when me and him went to preschool, we just like had a bond and just like grew up and like I didn't want to like be around anybody else except for like just growing up with him kind of thing because they were just so chill. So
Yeah.
so we still today. That's like I still went to Ottawa and saw him this year kind of thing, right? So. Um, got to see him, and he's got a kid now, so it's great for him. He called me an uncle. I seem like a bad uncle right now. Hopefully, I can be a better one someday. So uh, that's kind of been like a lot of people don't understand about me is like my ultimate goal has been to like have a family, right? So
Yeah.
it's this comedy career has been helping me find that family. So a lot of people don't understand that. That's why it's kind of saving me right now. So oh geez, that's bright. Oh geez, that's bright. I got a new piece the other day. I'm not sure. Would this be like? Would it be okay for me to show you this for show and tell?
It's not a dildo, is it?
No, no, no,
Oh,
God.
right. Come on then.
No, it's not. No, it's similar to something to suck on, though. Look at this. It's my new little green little bong. I don't have a name for it yet.
Right, you name your bongs?
Everybody does, don't they?
Really?
Well, I used to name my bongs. I don't have a
I'm
name.
sorry, I'm just gonna go suck on Charles.
It's it's got it's got two filters here, so it's like I'm not really happy with the suction of it. That's the only thing about it. But I got it for $50, so it's like nothing to complain about. And it's green. That's the only reason why I bought it because it's green. And that is my favorite color. I also where's I'm not wearing it, but I got a new Pokemon shirt the other day. That was really cool.
All right.
You guys aren't big into Pokemon, but I was huge into Pokemon as a kid. I used to like whenever I wouldn't have friends around, I would just play this video game where Pokemon, and I got to name imaginary creatures. So it was like those were my friends. It was the Tamagotchi got into like Nintendo.
Finley's got his own little imaginary friend at the moment. It's a bird. And
Really?
it's basically it's a cockadoodle quack. So it wakes him up on the morning by saying cockadoodle quack.
Oh my god. You know what would be funny if like you scare the shit out of him one day and just like have a just rent one for one day and just wake him up in the morning next to him. Just for a day.
I don't think I'd be able to rent a bird that does a cockadoodle quack though.
It'd be even more funny if you could find one that can mimic the sound of it. Oh man. I love birds. Have you ever had a pet bird or anything?
Budgies when I was a kid.
Really? You had pudgies, like these little green ones?
Oh yeah, the little blue one and a little green one, yeah.
So like whenever did you have to like do little noises to the bird next to it and it would just make this little noise go and like this little like happy noise like say do it again kind of thing?
You just I can't remember them asking me to do it again. No, just you talk to them and I don't know, they were just nice. It was just nice. But unfortunately, I also had a cat, and one day one of the
Oh,
budgies got out, and the cat was. I had this big black cat. And it looked more like some sort of like panther or something, just pure muscle. The type of cat that would chase after dogs. And
wow.
yeah, another sad animal story, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a very sad story.
I actually witnessed that cat one day run. Well, two stories for you. Once I watched it like climb up the tree, chase a squirrel along a branch, and like the squirrels will jump from tree to tree. The cat followed it, jumped from tree to tree until he caught it.
Wow,
And he
that's a
caught the
badass
squirrel,
cat.
and he was a badass cat.
How
And then there
old
was
was the cat?
once. What? Sorry.
How old was it?
Oh, well, he'll have been 18 when he died, but yeah, he was.
Oh yeah, I mean, the older they are, the badass they are. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, like I said, he walked around like a panther. Like he had a proper strut. He was a big cat, and it was just a lean cat.
We had a very similar cat that was black as well, and it lasted 20 years. So it's
Yeah.
like it seemed like a very similar story where it was like, was it always pissed off if you ever like did anything near it and like
No,
take a swipe?
he was such a friendly cat with people.
Okay. Okay.
He was like a really friendly cat. He was a perfect cat. He would never scratch, never bite.
Ours was opposite.
But I remember once he was sat on the doorstep, and like a Doberman came and running at him, and he just jumped on this Doberman's head, like literally claws deep on this Doberman's head, and we had to run out, and the lady who owned the Doberman was screaming because the cat was hurting the Doberman, so we had to pull him off the Doberman. We
Oh
put him
my
back in the house.
God.
We put him back in the house. He ran out the back door, ran back around the house, and got it again.
Wow, that is like a Halloween cat, just like bipolar all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
Did
crazy.
not take no shit off any other animal at all.
That's extremely protective cat.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy, man. Oh man, this has been so awesome, just chilling and just talking with you. Did you guess how many? Does it say how long we've been talking on your end for?
No, it doesn't. Not on my end.
So it's right now we're at 37 minutes.
Yeah.
This is incredible. We're almost at the time where you and Ray Rock have done almost both podcasts together.
Yeah, the thing is beforehand we said, well, we'll do half an hour, like we'll do 30 minutes, and then both times have been like an hour and 10 minutes or something like that.
That's the good thing about when you're not talking.
Because I'm getting in the neck of Charlotte every time. It's like, how long are you gonna be?
She's probably asking you, like, how long are you going to be right now? I only expected us to go on for, like, I just wanted to give us an update about what's going on with me right now. And then it turned into, like, a total, like, fun story time. But, like, I just want to give you guys an update. I want to do a Morning Glory podcast where I take you guys out, like, fishing for a day. And then hopefully we'll be able to get a signal with my phone. And then that way, us three can just do the recording together, and then we could just sit there and just do a podcast while I just sit there and fish. And then, and then if I catch anything, I'm just gonna squeal. I know. Yeah. I can't torture the fish, right? I have to learn how to like take it off and everything. So
do you throw them back?
Yeah. I'll put them back, but I'm getting a license if I can keep any. Right now, I can keep trying. I can definitely.
I was going to say, because you were on about the grilling show, it'd work great if you can catch some fish and shot them on a grill.
Ooh, I have a great idea. Did you know? Oh my God! Like, do you ever watch like MRE unpackaging and that?
No, don't even know what it is.
A big channel I used to be into YouTube years ago were these guys on YouTube. One of them I'm actually subscribed to, Old Smokey on Patreon. He opens up MRE packages from like 1950 or 1980 from like the wars and that, and he'll see if the food from that time is still edible, and they'll eat the food. So, but there's like fresh ones from like 2019. So I think that would be cool if maybe you guys can like go camping or something and use one of them.
Yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, when Charlotte's dad, he's got loads of ration packs. I mean, he was a big military man. Yeah, he's got loads.
Wow. I mean, like what? Like from the fresh ones of the year? Or?
Well, he's not in the army. Well, I won't say what he was because it's a secretive position, I guess.
Okay.
But it starts with S and it ends in S, and there's another letter in the middle.
Oh, okay.
So that's what he was, and he's just got loads of ration packs. And when me and Charlotte first met, as soon as we were in the house, what you get in the ration tins and stuff is you get a pack of boiled like candy sweets. So I would just raid all of them and take all the sweets.
Nice. Yeah, you guys should totally like because a lot of like YouTubers do unpackaging and that. They'll just take a simple camera of them just unpackaging something, and they'll get like so many views. I think it'd be just so fun if you or Ray Rock could just like unpackage like an MRE package and then see if it's still edible or something like that. Right. So that's what I did for a couple of summers ago. That was so much fun to do. But I'm thinking about doing that again. That's why I brought it up.
I'm unpackaging some food for Charlotte. Hang on. There we go.
What is that?
It's beetroot, and I've got it on my hand, and I hate it.
It's beetroot,
yeah. Pickled beetroot.
Like the roots of a beet.
Yeah, I guess so.
I heard roots are really good.
I licked it off.
The connection is getting a little bit like staticky here, but it sounds like it's delicious on your end.
Oh.
Well, hey, I just wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on Patreon, and hey, I want to thank you so much for recording this with me. Did you? So we can put this on our Morning Glory podcasting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is. I'm not sure. This could be a future show. I don't know. We have to come up with something, but we've been talking for 40 minutes. So this.
Yeah. What? Well, we need to grow. We need to grow. So yeah, let's do it.
We need something clever like the Dayton Coop. Day Coop Inn. I don't know. I'm thinking of a hotel for some reason.
It's like we're daytime rocket. Like it was just like the first thing that popped into my head, and I must have said that to Ray like a year ago. So let's do a show. We'll call it Daytime Rock.
Oh, it's a very catchy thing. Very catchy thing.
Yeah, it just
when I come up with names, I go through a thesaurus. And I look up like all the things connected to that name kind of thing. And it's just like, how do you connect those two together kind of thing? And I was like, what sounds familiar? Well, it's like, but Morning Glory actually, that's from Indigo. She created the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
I told you that girl's got a dirty mind. I told you.
Well, actually, the whole reason why it actually she got the idea from Bobby Roode's theme song, because that's what I always always played all the time, and I always go on Periscope and I'd play the Bobby Roode thing, and I'd start off with the glorious theme song every time. I'm allowed to do it on a Periscope because they don't copyright stuff on there for some reason. So. But that's how the name came about. It's Indigo created mourning and glory together for some reason. But it's been so much fun. So thank you so much to Indigo for that. Ray Sean actually wanted to call it the morning stiff originally.
Well, it's the same meaning. It's the same meaning. It's like I said to you way back in the day. I can't believe that a show called The Morning Glory doesn't have any dick jokes.
Yeah, it definitely has jokes in there, but I guess it's supposed to, like, I've actually looked up Morning Glory, and there's actually another show called the Morning Glory Podcast, and it's in Russia, I think.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You noticed it too?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I want to get a hold of these guys and be like,
See, what would you do? What would you do if they're literally just like us? They're just a Russian version of us. Oh, you froze. So it's just me. I'll do a little dance. That's all you're getting. Coop apparently has had a stroke. Hello? Hello? Is there anybody out there? Right. So it's now an ASMR episode as well. And I'm all over your